my god. So I want to start off my first new review on my new channel by saying thank you. Thank you for sticking with me yet again. I will do my best. Vanishing on 7th Street. Sounds like the title of a Goosebumps book. So Vanishing on 7th Street stars Hayden Christensen, yeah, him, Thandie Newton, John Leguizamo, and a little kid whose name I don't know. It's directed by Brad Anderson, the director of The Machinist. You know the movie where Christian Bale is like as skinny as a toothpick? It starts off very much like an X-Files episode. It starts off with these three main characters and then all of a sudden, literally everyone around them just disappears. Clothes everywhere, you know, their shoes. All the things that people were carrying are on the floor exactly where they were when they disappeared, but their bodies are gone. I thought the first 15 minutes of this movie were perfect. The first 15 minutes or so of the movie is just the characters discovering this world now where everyone's gone, and it is so eerie and so suspenseful to see all these shots of the city without anyone there, kind of like an I Am Legend with Will Smith. And then the film takes a turn that I think is a fatal flaw for the film. Let me start off by saying I actually really enjoyed this movie, but there's one thing they did in this film that I thought actually really took away from the film a lot, and if they just hadn't have done this one little thing, it would have been so much better. As soon as all the characters discover this new world and then they're all of a sudden they're like, crap, what are we gonna do? It cuts to 3 days later, and then it shows all these same characters and they're already experienced in dealing with this world that they're living in. They've already figured out that light protects them and that the shadows are trying to kill them. Losing that 3-day period of watching all the characters having to learn all that for themselves, I thought the film lost a lot of potential really awesome scenes because of that. The feel of the film up until that point was like, crap, how are they gonna, deal with this? Then it just cuts to 3 days later and they all know what they're doing, kind of. Believe it or not, Hayden Christensen actually wasn't that bad in this movie, and I can't really think of one John Leguizamo performance where I've been like, you know what, I love John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo's a good actor. I've never been impressed with him once. In fact, whenever I see that he's in a movie, I'm kind of like, oh, yeah. This film is really actually very creepy. The shadows as a villain actually kind of unnerved me a little bit. There was a lot of really good direction where, like, in the background of a shot you sort of see maybe like a shadow that looked like it was just like a normal shadow of something just sort of start to move and you're like, oh crap, that thing's alive. It's very well directed, but the direction is definitely better than the script. If they hadn't have done that 3 days later thing, it would have been really nice to see how the characters discovered what they had to do to survive in this world. This is a fun movie though. I mean, it's like Twilight Zone or The X-Files, and I like both of those things. The score is very good and very creepy. Good direction, not so great script. Story we've seen before, I Am Legend, The Happening kind of thing, where the world's falling apart and these people have to kind of deal with it. The movie's going to be opening in limited release February 11th. However, currently it's available online on demand and on TV on demand. I would definitely suggest renting it online or on TV because I don't know if this is like a theater movie. It's definitely a fun Saturday night curl up and watch it with popcorn or whatever movie, but I wouldn't spend that much more. I'm going to give Vanishing on 7th Street 3 out of 4 stars. It's a fun, tense little Twilight Zone kind of movie, but it's nothing remarkable. Stay tuned on Monday because I'm getting a special screening of The Mechanic with Jason Statham.